Alright guys, welcome back. I have $4,600. Player 3 has $3,600 and player 2 has $1,000. And I'm with my guest, LeeFan18.
Hello.
And LeeFman 813.
Howdy.
And we go back to this game. Let me see. Continue. Got it. Alright, American history for 1,000.
Reconstruction refers to the period of readjustment and rebuilding after this war.
Wow. As I say, if you don't know it, don't buzz.
Here's the correct response. The Civil War.
Where's the Civil War? One category
We
left.
return to you, player 1.
College team nicknames for
The
1,000.
University of Texas at Arlington uses this nickname, shared by the NBA team closest to them. Let's hear it, player 1.
What are the Houston Rockets?
Nope.
No, it's not the Rockets.
Anyone else want to hazard a guess on this? Let's hear it, player 3.
Player 2 is going to get it.
Anyone else care to try to come up with a correct response? Okay, player 2. Okay, let's get back into this. Player 2.
College
you make
team
the next
nickname.
selection as UC Berkeley's teams are known as the Golden Thieves. Yes, player 1.
What are the Golden Bears?
Good for you. Player 1.
College team nicknames
Pepperdine's
400.
nickname is this, and some laughed not too far away from the campus. Player 2. That is
Where's the Waves? The game is very close.
all right. Let's get back into this. Player 2 has control. This word describing Penn State's Lions comes from an Algonquian term meaning single mountain. Here's what we were looking for. Nittany.
Nittany, okay. And the $800
And we'll
clue.
wrap up the board with this clue. This University of Idaho nickname is from an old Germanic tribe whose name has come to mean troublemakers.
Okay, I'm going to leave that alone. And we're going to go into Double Jeopardy in a few.
Here's what we wanted. The Vandals.
The Vandals.
The selection will be yours, player 2, when we return.
So I have the lead with $3,800.
Categories for the Double Jeopardy round are Classic Kids.
Classic Kids Lit.
The meaning of the prefix.
The meaning of the prefix.
U.S. City
U.S.
History.
City History.
The
The
comics.
Comics.
This side
This
of
side of Parasites.
And Countries by Newspaper.
Countries by
All right,
Newspaper.
player 2. As promised, you pick first. When a tiny parasite enters an oyster's shell, mantle cells cover it with nacre until this is formed.
Wow.
Here's the correct response. A pearl.
A pearl, okay.
On.
We return to you, player 2. This plant grows as a parasite on apple tree trunks, blooms in February and March, yet still is a factor in Christmas kisses.
I know this one.
Yes, player 1?
What is a mistletoe?
Correct.
And we just had Christmas not too long
Player
ago,
1?
too.
Yeah. I'm going to go with U.S. City History for 400.
This Missouri city wasn't named for Scott or Janice, but for the Reverend Harris G., an early settler there.
What is Joplin?
It's player 1. Yes. Player 1.
U.S. City history for 800.
2 months before the Declaration of Independence, the Rhode Island Independence Act was signed in this city.
I'm gonna try it.
Player 1.
What is Pawtucket? No. I know it's not Providence.
Yes, player 2.
Oh, it is Providence. I should have went with the obvious.
Player 2, make a selection, please, as we continue. Hemi. Player 1.
Well, it's half.
That's right. Way to go. Where do we begin, player 1?
U.S. City history. And it's the Daily Double.
Woo! 1.
Yep.
The Daily Doubles. You are
And I think I'm going to go with $1,400.
All right, here's your clue. It was Arizona's territorial capital from 1867 to 1877. And a university was founded there in 1885.
What is Tucson?
Congratulations.
Got it.
You're still in first, player 1. You again, player 1.
U.S. City history for 1600.
Indianapolis was laid out in a wheel pattern inspired by this other major city some 500 miles away.
Okay.
Here's the correct response. Washington, D.C.
Oh, Washington, D.C.
Select again.
2000.
Here's Jimmy with the clue.
It was uninhabited when it was chosen as a territorial capital in 1836 and named for a president who died that year.
Player 2.
Was Madison?
That is correct.
Yep. She's catching up, player
A lot of
2 is.
clues, a lot of categories, player 2. Make us this Peanuts character got a sister named Sally in 1959. Okay.
Who is
player
Charlie Brown?
Yeah!
Player 1.
The comic's 800.
Weirdo would be another name for this Dan Ferraro comic that began as a replacement for The Far Side.
Weirdo would be another name for this Dan Piraro comic that began as a replacement for The Far Side.
Here's what we wanted. Bizarro.
Oh, Bizarro.
You again, player 1.
Let's get out of that. The meaning of the prefix for 800.
Die, as in dicephalus. Player 1.
What is 2?
Good. Player 1.
The meaning of prefix?
Contra.
Contra. Wow, Contra.
The correct response is against.
Was against. Okay, Contra is against.
Player 1.
1600.
Anti. It's player 1.
What is before?
Right. Player 1.
And the meaning of prefix for 2000.
Okay, player 1.
What is around?
Yeah!
Up to $10,800.
Please pick again, player 1.
Going with countries by newspaper for
The
400.
Sydney Morning Herald, the Queensland Independent.
Australia.
That's right. Thanks, Mark.
Player 1.
Was Australia.
Yes!
Select again.
Countries by newspaper for
The
800.
Shizuoka Shimbun, the Nikan Ubejiho.
What is Japan, maybe?
It's player 1.
I'm going to go with Japan.
Yeah!
Yep.
Player 1. Choose
Countries
again.
by newspaper for 1200.
Avanti, Il Messaggero.
Avanti il Messaggero.
Italy.
Let's hear it, player
Was
1.
Italy?
Yeah!
Yep. That is it, Mark.
You again, player 1.
Countries by newspaper for 1600. And it's a daily double.
Wow!
The second daily.
What do you
double.
think, Mark? You seem confident in the category. How much you think I should wager?
Well, how much do you have right now?
$13,200.
How about 2,800?
Let's do 2,800 then.
Answer this. Haaretz Ma'ariv.
Haaretz Ma'ariv.
What is Israel?
You sure about that?
Pretty sure.
Israel.
Congratulations.
Thank you, Mark.
First.
So I'm up to $16,000.
Turn to you, player one.
Countries buy a newspaper for $2,000.
Jelens Posten, Politiken.
Jelens Posten, Politiken. Is that Poland?
No, I don't think that's Poland.
I didn't buzz.
Here's what we were looking for. Denmark.
What is Denmark?
Select again.
Let's go with the comments for $1,200.
Mr. Munster wasn't the subject of this 1975 to 1992 Jim Unger strip.
Mr. Munster was not the subject of this 1975 to 1992 Jim Unger strip. I don't know.
Correct response. Herman.
Oh, what is Herman? Right. The Munsters, right.
You again, player one.
The comments $1,600.
In Bob Thave's comic, Frank bums around with this guy.
In Bob Thave's comic, Frank bums around with this guy.
Yes, player three.
Who is Ernest?
That's correct.
You got it.
Player three, start us. This edgy Aaron Magruder comic.
This edgy Aaron Magruder comic strip debuted in 1996.
Okay, player three.
The Boondock.
Good.
Yeah.
You again, player three. PSI is a charity delivering nets to fight this parasite-caused disease that kills 3,000 African children a day.
I'm going to try it.
It's player one.
What is malaria?
Yes.
Yep. Up to $17,200.
You start us off.
This side of parasites for
Who
$600.
invent this soft ductless
Just
organ
for the record,
that
those
fights
questions
infection
from
with
the
parasite
newspaper
detection?
category, I remember having those before on the regular
Yes,
Nintendo
player three.
version.
Oh, you do? Oh, that's good then. Yeah, that is good.
So that was a big help, wasn't it?
Yeah, I appreciate that.
Okay.
You want to still be on the Skype call, Mark?
Yeah.
Because I'm about to do my $1 million mission after this.
Yeah, I'll stay on the call.
Select again.
This side of parasites for $2,000.
Closely related to meningitis, this inflammation of the brain can result from viral infections or tiny parasites.
Closely related to meningitis, this inflammation of the brain can result from viral infections or tiny
That's
parasites.
player two. You got it.
Oh, that's what is encephalitis. Okay.
Player two, start us. This story begins, all children except one grow up.
I know this one. Who is Peter Pan?
One. Correct. A lot of clues, a lot of categories, player one. Make a select.
And we're going to take a commercial break. And when we come back, we'll finish the double Jeopardy round. Stay tuned.